So today is my first ride. It's Sunday. Now, yesterday was Saturday and the weather wasn't that crash hot, so I had to do a few other things, catch up with relatives and so forth. But today I'm going to go for a short ride just to get the lay of the land, so to speak, and get to understand what Adelaide is like from a layout point of view. And now the first thing I want you to see is that see this path here, bike path? Notice that it's on the left side of the road and it's separated by a nature strip, and that means that it's very safe, very convenient. And what I've discovered is that there's a lot of these throughout Adelaide. Very impressive. Now I've moved on to West Terrace and I'm heading north. Again, we have a bike path. Now this section of the bike path is actually right up against the road, but it's still separated from the road. But as you can see, the path actually bends to the left, and then we've got a separated nature strip again. I'm heading north along West Terrace and will make my way up to the North Terrace and explore that part of the city. Just one comment about these bike paths. This is an exceptional one. They're not always like this. Quite often the paths are actually part of the roadway and separated just by a line. Although I have to admit that a lot of the bike paths, even on the roads, are separated by quite reasonable distances. At this point, I'm going to cross the major highway here, and then I'm going to be heading along North Terrace Road. Now, I've never been here before, so this is all a new experience. As you'll see, driving along North Terrace, I will encounter some roadworks, and look, you're going to find that no matter where you are. Construction and roadworks. But as you can see, still reasonable paths. The other thing that I want to make a comment on is the architecture. A lot of the buildings here in Adelaide were fantastic. Look at this one here. So I think we'll just move on from here, and we'll actually, as I said, encounter some construction here. Sometimes roadworks, but in this case construction. And look, you're going to encounter this no matter where you go. But the paths are still really good, except for the e-scooters from time to time. Now, I decided to turn left down here. This is King William Street. And the reason being, I wanted to explore the riverfront, and as you can see, I'm going to go down into the parkland here. I'm going to turn left down King William Street here. Just as an aside, if I went back south down King William Street, it would take me all the way back to South Terrace. It is a fantastic city for getting around. To the left, as we're going along, you'll see the Space Theatre and the civic sort of area. It's a very pretty area, well constructed and easy to get around. So at this point, I was a little bit unsure where to go. Initially I turned left down here and went down past the rotunda. But then, after having a bit of a brief look around, I decided to turn around and come back. Admittedly, it was absolutely beautiful down there along the river, but we'll explore some of that later. So then what I did, I came back up, I went over the bridge and came around the other side and came across a walking bridge goes across the Torrens River. Very spectacular bridge, very wide, and I'm assuming it's a corridor for large volumes of foot traffic from one part of the city to the other across the river. As I was approaching this section here, I was intrigued by what was inside that big open area, so I rode in. I pretty quickly worked out it was obviously a small shopping area, so I made a quick dash out of there. Fortunately, because of the day, it was on a Sunday and there virtually wasn't anyone in there. So at this point I headed off and explored other parts of this area. As you can see, it's so easy to get around. Now, understandably, it was a Sunday and not a lot of people, so there, probably you might not be riding here on a weekday. Anyway, I decided to leave there. I went back and I went upriver along a bridge and then came along under the main road bridge, and this is the road bridge here, and made my way along the river. Back into the sort of the heart of the city. So at this point I decided to head back. The main reason was that I was running out of time. Later this afternoon I had to attend a function where my nephew Bram was going to be a DJ at the Your Shot event, and so I had to make my way back. So as you can see, I decided to head back, which is what I've done here, heading along West Terrace back towards my apartment. So I hope you've enjoyed this first brief outing in Adelaide, and look, there's going to be more to come. Well, I'm going to call it quits for today. Heading back to the apartment. Been a good fun ride around the city. My first major ride in Adelaide. I hope you've enjoyed it.